Hello, my friends. Welcome to your September prediction reading. This is a pick a card tarot reading. I've got some friends here so that you can choose your piles as well as some crystals. I don't want to intro this much more. Let's just go right ahead. You know how this works. Choose the card that speaks to you. Go to that mark in the description down below, and you will receive your reading. So for pile number 1, we have happiness with this fox type creature, and this is mica. The crystal here is some compressed pieces of mica there. For pile number 2, we have calm with this lovely lady here and some flowers. And the crystal for that is the tiger's eye here, classic. Yes, and for pile number 3, we have guide with this jaguar panther, and the crystal for that is the obsidian. So go ahead, intuitively trust yourself, trust your magic. Choose pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, whichever one calls to you, whichever one your eyes go to, whichever one just gives you any kind of feelings or tingles or anything like that. Choose your piles now, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Ooh, welcome to your September prediction reading. Here we go. All of my decks will be linked in the description below. I'm going to put that right there. In case you want to pick up a deck for yourself. This deck that I had you choose from is the Voice of the Souls Oracle, I believe it is called. And I'm going to pull one more from that deck. Oh, we already shuffled. Look at me. I'm so far ahead of myself. I forgot I already shuffled. I'm like ready to roll. Okay, so we're gonna pull one more from this deck, and then we're gonna pull your tarot cards, and then I think we're gonna pull maybe an animal guide. We'll see what happens. Okay. Spirits, guides, ancestors with good intentions. What do my friends need to know? What is coming for them this September? Yep. All right, general theme, secrets. Ooh, I just did a reading on this about what they're hiding from you and like the secrets people are keeping from you. You might want to go check that out. I'll try to remember to link it, but right off the bat, we need to know. Okay, so we've got something. Oh, you can't see that. Let's put that here. There we go. That's nice. Yes. Okay, so secrets. This is the general kind of vibe, a general theme we need to keep an eye on. Maybe you're keeping secrets. Maybe you are feeling some honesty creeping to the surface, and you're kind of feeling like the time is coming for you to be revealing that. But let's pull some more. We'll get it figured out. For the tarot, we're going to be using the Light Seers Tarot. This is the mini deck. Let's connect for a second. Ancestors, guides. What is coming for them for the next month? That's too many. Can we get one at a time? A lot going on. There we go. Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Whoa, okay. Three of Pentacles. That is a lot of earth energy. Okay. Can we get everybody in this way? We can. Let's do it this way. There we go. Okay. All right, so I'm seeing a lot of earth things. I was about to say there's a lot going on at work, but there's a lot going on at home. This is actually a home life situation. Okay, I'm seeing something's going to be revealed the first part of September for you, and that's where secrets is coming in. But this doesn't feel this feels like secret knowledge, not like secret gossip, if that makes sense. I feel like this is new information that you're going to be getting, and that is going to kind of shake up the home life a little bit. Could be shaking up your job, but I really feel like this is something at home. It's going to throw off the balance essentially, where so this information is going to come and it's going to be like, at first it doesn't seem like it's that important, and then a few days to a week later, it's going to shift the balance of things. And that's where I say it's going to shake up the home, where it's like the balance of the home is going to be disrupted, not destroyed, not ruined. This isn't catastrophic, okay? This is a shift in balance, okay? It's just like you're going to have to recalibrate. That's kind of what like the second week of the month I'm seeing for you is there's going to be a need for recalibration. You're just going to have to take the information you got, and you're going to have to apply that instead of just sitting with it. You're going to need to do something with it, and it's going to require a new routine, a new system, some letting go of some things, maybe some taking in of new things, that kind of stuff. It's more work, less work, more tasks, fewer tasks, more responsibilities, less responsibilities, more downtime, less downtime. That's going to depend on each person, but there is going to need to be a recalibration. That's the word that's coming in really strong, is recalibrate. This information isn't going to be ground shaking. It's not going to be earth shattering at first. And then you're going to realize it's going to take, it actually does matter a little more than you initially thought. And you're going to need to recalibrate. You're going to need to rethink some things, replan some things, reorganize, that kind of stuff. Get your head on straight. And as we progress further into the month of September, we've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed, which says this is where I'm really seeing it affecting the home. Okay, because it's almost like someone's moving out, or someone's coming in, or a visitor. It could be a visitor. Someone says, "Hey, I'm coming to visit." You think, "Oh, that's fun, not that big a deal." Oh, wait, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do this. We're going to have to rearrange this. We're going to have to change this, and then they get there, and it just disrupts the flow, is what I'm seeing. It's not a life ruiner. It's just, things are not normal. And that's just the way that it is. It's a little confusing, maybe a little uncomfortable. It doesn't have to be, I'm not feeling anxiety. I'm feeling slight frustration at different, but it's workable. Everything I'm feeling and seeing is workable. This is a workable situation, okay? If my autofocus is doing this thing, I do apologize. We are dealing with a new setup, and your girl's trying, okay? But I am seeing about the third week of the month, it's kind of like with that scenario of somebody's coming to visit. It's like that's either when they get here, or that's when you realize you really do. You have to take the action to recalibrate, not just come to the realization that you're going to have to change a bunch of things, but you're going to have to actually go about making changes, figuring out systems, okay? But it's going to feel like the house is flipped upside down, is what I'm saying. It's not. It just feels that way, and that's really important for you to remember, that it isn't complete chaos. It just feels like it, okay? And then we're going to power through. And what's really cool is the Three of Pentacles at the end of the month here that is saying like this is, there's some growth here, and there's definitely like feelings of family. And this sort of, I'm getting the words weaving a new web. So it's like this is really going to teach you that first of all, you can handle this sort of chaos, and second of all, that you actually were better off because of it. And it's going to create some strong family bonds in the house. So the house feels like it's been flipped upside down, but once you realize that it just feels like everything has gone awry, you're still safe, and the people around you are still your people, and maybe there's more of them now, or someone new has come in, that kind of thing. So I'm really seeing this very beautiful evolution of, oh, something new, not that big a deal. Oh, wait a second, I have to rethink this and change some things. Oh my gosh, everything's chaotic and I don't recognize anything anymore. Wow, this is way better than before the chaos. I like this better. I feel better about myself. I feel like I've grown. I feel like my family has changed for the better. That's what I'm feeling with this reading. Now I want to pull from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit. This is the pocket deck of this one. We shuffled. Okay. What do they need to keep in mind for September? What's going to be a helpful thing to keep in mind as they go through this feeling of chaos at home? What do they need to know is true? And how are they going to feel? What's going to help them feel like they're okay? And this one or this? Yeah, sea serpent. Isn't that wild? Look at this. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that for you. We're going to pull a second one because this other one at the bottom of the deck that's like sitting under here is just asking. It's just asking to come out to play. Scooty scoot, everybody. Make room. There's room for everybody. We all want to play. Moth. Okay, we're not going to reverse that though. Not these guys. Not the. Yeah. Okay. Yes. All right. This is okay. Okay. So, first of all, keep your emotions in check. Sea serpent here saying emotions, deep waters. Okay, your emotions are valid. They run deep. This is going to affect that, but you're okay because you you can manage this, is what I'm saying. I don't want to use the word control. It's not that you're in control and everything's okay, because that is a false sense of security. No one has control of literally anything. But I do want to say that the sea serpent is here saying, emotionally, this is very manageable and you're going to be a-okay. All right. So just acknowledge your feelings, feel your feelings, right? We always say that. Acknowledge your feelings, but like you have mastery over your reactions and over how you handle these things. And you can handle these things, even if it feels like this is unmanageable. It's not. This is manageable. Moth coming in here to kind of echo that thing I said about weaving a new web. So like, I was kind of surprised spider didn't come up. I'm going to be real with you. But this feeling at the end where there is some transformative energy. There is a transformation happening for you in September. And that also came up in my quarterly reading. I do a seasonal quarterly reading in my email. There's a link for that in the description. But that was butterfly, which is very similar to moth. Moths are just night butterflies. That's the only difference, is moths fly at night and butterflies fly during the day. That's the only difference. Okay, and so that is a transformative energy where it's like you are going to come out of the season of fall a different person. And I think that it's going to really start for you in September. And I want to bring up webs because moths can get caught in a spider web. And that's the feeling you're going to have when everything is in disarray. Okay, so it's like you're going to feel like you're stuck in a spider web and you're just getting stickier and stickier and like more knotted and tangled and crazy. And then you realize, oh wait, this isn't a sticky spider web. Or, oh wait, this spider is my friend. And then the spider is like, oh, you're too big to eat. You're not the food that I like. Let me help you out of this. And that's like the family growth that you have, or a new friend, or maybe, you're stuck in this spider web because it's a new skill that you're learning. It's a new something that's going on. It's a new situation that you're figuring out how to manage. And you figure out that, okay, if I just stop struggling and look at this, I'm going to be able to free myself. And then because of all that struggle, you're a stronger flyer because of it. Okay. I hope that's making sense, because there's this web analogy here, and I'm seeing a web, but it's not really from the spider's perspective. It's from what gets stuck and then gets out. Okay. And you get out a stronger, better version of yourself. Okay. So there is a transformation, but the moth is here. Sea serpent and moth are here, both to tell you that you're going to be okay. You're totally going to be okay. All right. Master your emotions, keep them in check, do not let them run awry, feel your feelings, but don't, let them take over the chaos. It just feels chaotic. It's not actual chaos, okay? And the moth saying that you are going to come out transformed at the end, and it's going to be beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. But you don't know. See, we have moth instead of butterfly because you're kind of flying at night. You're flying in the dark. You don't really know what the end looks like, but the end is beautiful. And you can trust that, okay? You can trust yourself to manage this situation. It's not, when you get on the other side, you're gonna find yourself saying, wow, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It felt kind of like chaotic, middle to end of the month, but like we handled it. I'm fine, and I can handle chaos again. I'm gonna be okay. I'm okay. That's the feeling that I'm getting, and that is what your September is looking like. I hope this was helpful to you. Please subscribe so you don't miss any more readings. Comment below or come back at the end of September and let me know what stuck and what didn't. Which part of this, what's stuck in this web for you. I would love to. I always do that with I watch other people's readings, and I like to go back at the new month and see. Sometimes it's kind of eerie. It's a little freaky, but you're going to do fine. It's going to feel chaotic, but it's not. You're going to be just fine, and you're going to come out beautiful on the end. I hope this helped. Thank you so much for being here. Help the earth help you by taking care of her, and I will see you next time. Have a great September. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. I forgot how to count. Welcome to your reading. These are the predictions for your September. We're gonna just angle everybody over here so we have plenty of room. Everything going on. I'm going to pull another card from the Voice of the Souls Oracle. That's the deck that you chose. Guides, messengers, ancestors with good intentions for us. What do my friends need to know? What is coming for them in September, the next month? What does their next month look like? What do they need to know? What kind of area are we looking at? Abundance. Oh, yay for you. That's awesome. That's awesome. September is the beginning of fall, really, and that is such a time, like that's like the harvest time, you know what I mean? So it's like that abundance of all these things we've been working on and growing. It's just all of that is paying off and coming in and making us very happy, and there's a lot. So the word I am definitely getting for you for September is a lot. Hopefully it's not a lot of things we don't like, but we're going to pull some tarot and just kind of get some more details on what a lot you're going to be getting. This is the Light Seers Tarot. All my decks are linked in the description below. If I didn't say that already, in case you want to look that up for yourself. What is coming for them in September? That one probably, but it'll come back around a bit. This guy. Okay, let's see. Okay, interesting. Whoa. Okay, here's what I'm seeing. 3 of Swords. What's the rule? Don't panic, right? Bit of a scary looking card. Oftentimes means, heartbreak and betrayal and all of the things that we dislike. But this is reversed. So I feel like I'm seeing a lot of healing. Yeah, I am seeing a lot of healing. I'm seeing that you are going to realize at the beginning of September, which is right now, so pretty soon, if no one's told you this, I'm here to tell you this. It's not that you're going to heal very, very soon. It's that you're going to realize you've already healed more than you realize from whatever it is you've been dealing with, whether it was something recent or something a long time ago. But there's been some healing, and I think you're going to recognize that. And I think that's where I say, if someone hasn't told you this, I'm here to tell you this, that like you're doing way better than you realize. You can handle more than you realize. You are ready for the next phase of your life more than you realize. And that's what the beginning of September is going to be about for you, is that, hey, wait a second, I'm not this girl anymore. I'm not this person who is just in this ball of suffering and grief. You know what I mean? I was, but I'm not. I have emerged, and you already have, is what I'm saying. You just haven't quite realized it, or you haven't realized just how much. So know that realization, know that is true, and know that feeling is coming for you very soon. That this feeling of emerging out of this this heartbreak that you've gone through. The Magician here saying it's time to be led to your new destiny. Wow, that was a very prophetic thing to say, but I just opened my mouth and those are the words that came out. And so the Magician here saying you are being led by destiny to what's next for you. And that's what's coming in September. Page of Pentacles here also kind of echoing that, because this is such a student of life in so many things. And that's kind of who you're going to become. You're going to be led, and you're going to have that feeling of first day of school. I don't know anybody. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. And you are. Okay, you are, because Magician here is saying that this is destiny. What is next for you is so just a very important thing that's meant for you. So ready or not, here it comes. Okay, and there's no such thing as ready. So like, you are as ready as you can be, because there's just, you don't know, you can't be ready for something that you don't know is coming. You know what I mean? But you are. See, that's why this Three of Swords reversed here is saying you're not this person anymore. You are ready to be led to that new thing. And it is kind of new and scary, but like, it's great. It's meant for you, and it's really cool. And it is such a learning experience for who you are now. You're not the same person you were last spring. You're not the same person you were a year ago. You're not the same person you were when this happened to you. You're a different person now, and that person has to figure out who they are a little bit. And that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting. And so the second week of September is really going to have you feeling, the middle of September is going to have you feeling destiny driven and really stupid. Okay, like just that feeling of, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I don't know anything. I feel like I'm so stupid. I have no idea what's happening. And like, that's natural. That's the feeling you're supposed to be having when you're experiencing new things and becoming a new person and learning that new person. So the Wheel of Fortune reversed is crazy interesting to me here. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, okay, for the end of September. Which is another big destiny player card. The fact that this is in reverse tells me that there is more, I'm going to use the word I don't like, there's more in your control than you realize. It feels like you don't have a say in anything, stuff's happening to you, and that's just not the case. You have control. I use quotes because control is a word I do not like to use. But you can control yourself. You can control your actions. And that's going to be a really big lesson and realization for you, is that you have a say in how you handle this and what you do next. And like, when you're feeling like you don't know what's going on, and that you're such a beginner and you can't figure it out, and you don't know how to do all these things and be this person, like the Wheel of Fortune reversed says you get to handle it the way you want to handle it. You get to choose. Destiny is not going to force an emotion on you, or force a reaction on you, or force what you do about it. That's where you get to choose. So destiny is definitely here, moving you on to the next phase. But when you're in the next phase, you feel like a beginner, and you get to do with that what you want to do with that. I hope that that's making sense. Like, it feels like like you don't have any say in what's going on in your life, but you actually do. Wheel of Fortune reversed here, saying this is not a spin of the wheel and see what happens. Okay, this is you actively choosing every action with intention, and that's what's going to get you through that feeling of I'm healed, I'm ready for what's next, now what? Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to be this new person. I don't know how to learn this new thing. I don't know how to be in this new environment, because you could be in a totally new environment. You really could be starting school, going back to college or starting college, or maybe you're younger and this is senior year or whatever, or you've got a new job, because Pentacles definitely deals with work and career, okay? So like maybe you're in a new job and you just feel like an idiot the whole time because you don't know how anything works and where anything goes and all of these things, okay? But like you get to choose what you do with that. You get to choose how you handle that, and you get to choose every decision that you make is yours. Okay. I'm going to pull just a little friend from the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal deck, just for what you need to keep in mind to help you feel a little more successful in this September. Too many friends, one at a time, please. Who's with them and what do they need to keep in mind? Oh, Phoenix, right? Look at that. Oh, that's so funny. I love that. Oh, and the shark. Oof, excellent. Yeah, remember how I said you're in control? There you go. There you go. You have a say, you are in control, you are king of the ocean. And specifically the ocean. See, this isn't a lion who's king of the jungle, okay? This is the ocean. This is emotions and feelings and deep waters, okay? And keep moving. Shark, I always want to tell people to keep moving, because sharks like can't stop swimming, like so literally. So keep moving. That's what's going to help you not get not drown in your emotions with everything that's going on, okay? And Phoenix, I don't have to tell you what that means. You have done the burning and the dying. That's over. This is the rising from the ashes part, okay? This new thing, you're rising from the ashes. That's destiny coming in and pulling you out of the ashes and resurrecting you from your own combustion. You know what I mean? That's destiny. Where you fly to, what you do as a phoenix is your decision. And that's where the Wheel of Fortune reverse is saying, okay? And yeah, it's new and crazy, but you get to live intentionally within all that. All the decisions you make are yours. And keep yourself moving. It's going to help you emotionally, okay? That's what your September is looking like. Very big month for you. It's a lot. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. But look at the card that you picked. What does she say? Calm. You're going to be more than fine. You're a phoenix. All is well, okay? I hope that helps you. Don't panic. It's actually really beautiful. Okay, this is really cool. When you get towards the end of the month and you really start to understand your own personal power, you're going to be a different person, and it's going to be awesome, and you're going to feel great. Okay, that's where I will leave you. Take what connects, leave the rest. Please subscribe so you don't miss any readings from me. Thank you so much for being here. I hope your September is exciting. This is exciting. Be excited. This is really exciting, okay? Again, thank you so much for being here. Help the earth help you by taking care of her, and we'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Ooh, welcome to your September prediction reading. Let's dive right in. I'm going to pull another card from the Voice of the Souls Oracle. That's the deck I had you choose from right here. If I haven't mentioned it already, all the decks will be listed in the description below if you want to pick one up for yourself. And let's dive in. Let's see kind of what general area, general vibe we can expect. Guides, messengers, ancestors with good intentions for us. What can my friends here expect this September? What's coming for them this next month? What do they need to know? What area of their life? Ouch. Okay, what's the rule? Ooh. I am so sorry. I do not know what glitch this is. All right. What's the rule? Don't panic, right? Right. Okay. Don't panic. Yeah. see what this means for you. We're gonna pull some more. I feel you that this is a little scary. Should have pulled that card out of the deck, man. Didn't even know that was in there. But we're gonna see what this means, right? We're gonna see what it means. Maybe you're growing a unicorn horn. Oh, too many, my friends. Can we go one at a time, please? I know we're all very excited to talk to my friends. Okay, a lot of reversals. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I think I know where this is going, and I was right to tell you not to panic. Okay. Oh, mystery, but these are all reversed, which is super interesting to me. Haha, the star. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, we have got some light at the tunnel energy here. So, what I want to tell you. This is the end of the physical pain. Okay, so if you've got like a chronic thing going, of course, we know that that can always rear its ugly head, but I am seeing you coming out of a flare. I'm seeing you coming out of you're healing. Your body is healing from illness. Your body is healing from an injury, like something that has happened to your physical body. We are stepping beyond that. We are exiting that. See, you're on your way to exit that season. I'm not sure it's happening in September, but September may be like the last of it. Okay. This is, like I said, star card here saying light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. That's why I told you not to panic, because that's a scary looking card, right? Or like physical pain. Oh my gosh. That's like one of the worst prediction things you can get, which again, why I don't like doing prediction readings, because like, oh my gosh, it just creates a space for panic, and I don't like doing that. I want to empower you. So here I am to say light at the end of the tunnel. You have been going through it, and it may even be pain that is like emotionally so much that it physically hurts. That's a thing. I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. That feels like there's an actual squeezing hand on your heart pain from just a lot of emotional turmoil. Okay, so I'm first of all here to tell you that you do not deserve this. Okay. It sucks that you've had to go through this, and I can see that. I can see that for September, we're coming out of that, the star. You've got the light at the end of the tunnel. You're actually going to realize that this pain isn't a permanent all the time. This pain isn't your identity, is what I'm saying, okay? And so 9 of Wands reversed is telling me that you are approaching the last leg of this. And this is the card that tells me it may not happen in September, but this is the time to prepare for that. Why do I need to prepare to feel better? Like, stay with me, okay? Because I say that Hermit reverse is also telling me that like this pain has become your identity. And September is when you exit that. September is where you realize that this is separate from you, okay? This is something you have, not something you are, not who you are, okay? Especially not completely. So the Hermit here saying you have not necessarily consciously made this your identity, but it has become that, okay? You exist outside of this. There are many other pieces to the puzzle that is you, okay? Many other pieces to the pie that makes up who you are. And so you either consciously or unconsciously are letting this pain define you. And that's where the star card is saying we're going to be exiting that, okay? You're going to be exiting some pain. You're going to see some relief from things. I still feel like that's coming in October, November, where September is the time to learn the lesson, and it can be a difficult lesson, that you are not your pain. That is not your identity, okay? towards the end of the month, I'm seeing a little bit of disappointment where it's like you want to be celebrating, but you're not quite there yet. And actually, no, that's not true. I'm getting the celebration and you're not celebrating, but you should be. See, that is a prediction where I say this is something that now you have this knowledge that the end of the month is not going to feel celebratory, but it should. Okay? Because this card is so loud in this reading. This is saying there's so much hope. There's so much more to you than the pain you've been dealing with, and you're not celebrating that. So you're going to go through this, and at the end of September, that is where you are going to switch that up and celebrate, okay? Four of Wands is a celebration card, okay? This is a happy time. This is friends, family, loved ones, excitement, passions, fulfillment, satisfaction, okay? And like you want to be feeling those, and there are areas of your life where you have this, and that's where you're going to need to be turning your focus for the month, is what exists outside of your pain, okay? And then you're going to celebrate that. You're going to see that you can still do things. You can still have a life that you want with what you've been dealing with, okay? You've been in a lot of pain. You are not a person destined for pain. You are a person destined for hope and joy and love and wonderful things, okay? You do not see that, but you can, okay? I'm here to tell you, this is a warning. This says you are approaching a place where you're letting your pain identify you. You're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that anymore, okay? You are going to choose different because you deserve better and you're capable of so much more than what you currently think you are, okay? Okay, I want to pull. I'm seeing this though as a prediction. I feel like this is coming out as, I mean, this is a prediction, but this is coming out as a warning, okay? Because you are letting the pain define you, and it's kind of like if you let that, then you are definitely not going to be celebrating much. You're not going to be feeling authentic. You're not going to be reaching those last legs and crawling out of the hole that you kind of have been in, okay? That's not what's meant for you. That's what you think is meant for you, but it's not true, okay? Okay, I'm going to pull one or two. We'll see how many want to come out from the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal deck, just to kind of give you a message to carry with you, okay? Crow. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so remember how I told you this was a warning? Okay, this is a big warning for you, okay? It's almost like at the end of September, if you have not come to this realization and gone the other way, it's going to be that much harder, not impossible, but that much harder to crawl out of the despair that you've been feeling for the last while. September is your opportunity, and they will be there. And I think that that's what the Star card is really saying. And also the way the Hermit is reversed here, instead of looking within at you and your pain, you need to look outside of you and see what else is going on around you. See, we're looking up and out, okay? We are not looking in. You've done that, okay? Now it's time to look out. What else is going on? When we have the mindset of looking for good things, we tend to find them. And Crow is here squawking and cawing and screaming at you to look outside. See what's going on. See what is good. See what is good, because right now you can't see what is good. And if you decide to look for the good, you will find it. If you decide to be defined by your pain and look in and let this rule your life, you will not be celebrating. That is the warning. You're kind of at a crossroads. Choose to be defined by it or choose not to be defined by it. We're not ignoring it. We are choosing to not be defined by it. It is one piece of the pie that makes up who you are. Do not let it be the whole pie. or there will just not be as much happiness for you. And you're meant for great happiness. The star card would not be here if you were not. And Crow is here with an ominous, very cliche, crow cawing warning. Watch out. You are your own worst enemy in this situation. But you don't have to be. Look for the good. Look how beautiful it is out here. Okay? I hope that helps. I believe in you, okay? I know that it's hard, especially if you've been in pain for a long time. I know that it's hard. But this is the beginning of the end of that really, really hard, despairing time if you let it. Okay? If the light at the end of the tunnel shows itself and you choose to stop walking toward it, that's what I'm warning you against. That's what the crow is warning you against. You have to keep moving toward it. And right now you're kind of not. But you can. You can. September is the time for you to do this. It's the time to take those steps towards crawling out of the despair that has come with all the pain that you've been in, okay? So this is a prediction that the end is approaching. It's time to move toward it. And it is also a warning that if you don't, it's going to be that much harder to find happiness later. You don't need to put off this happiness anymore. You can start moving toward it. That's really what you need to know, okay? I hope this was helpful for you, okay? Take what connects, leave the rest. I know this felt a little doom and gloom, but this star card here is the opposite of doom and gloom. So keep this in mind, okay? There are good things for you coming. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any other readings from me. I hope September is gentle with you, and I hope that you can see who you really are, because it's beautiful and wonderful. Okay. Thank you again for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.